Yo, what is happening, guys? Yep, we are live now. It's perfect. We're just going to be going over your beats, the ones that basically got sent in. That didn't, unfortunately, get in the original videos. I basically asked you guys to send in beats. You sent in so many that some kind of lapped over, and I didn't manage to get them all in the videos. But today, we're going to be going over to them, over each of them. Again, if we don't have much people watching anyway, I'm going to still go over them and I'll upload them to the channel regardless. I'm going to try and promote this video a bit so we can get a few people in here. You're welcome, Wops. No, JS, the producer, yeah, no worries. That was hard beat. Thank you for sending it in, first of all. Alright, thank you for taking it in consideration. That's what we like to hear. Again, even I was like trying to learn stuff off that. I was you know, taking some ideas from your beats as well, using them in mine, and yeah, I think it went well all around. Trying to think if there's anywhere else I can promote this stream. Don't know if there is. I guess if it just appears on the channel, I'll maybe put it in the community tab quickly for you guys to join. Get a few people in here. Where is the stream? Okay, so the stream URL is here. Just gonna add it to the community tab. Excuse me. But yeah, I've been out all day. Just came in. It's absolutely freezing outside. So cold, so I'm glad to be in the warm weather again. Hold on. Live stream name, stream URL, that's it there. Just drag it into the community tab. Live. I will put live. Just the word live. Oh wait, live reviewing beats. Reviewing your drill beats. There we go. But I hope everyone's watching is having a good day. I hope everything's going well for you. I hope you're having fun producing it, and yeah, your 2020 is going pretty damn well so far, is what I'm hoping. So regardless of that, I think maybe wait a minute or so and then just get straight into it. So we only have 5 beats to do today. Again, I want to keep every beat that gets sent in, I want to keep it kind of concise instead of just, you know, throwing hundreds of beats in one video and then people kind of get bored. So I think 5 is a good number to have. 5 is what we did in the first and the second video, and 5 is what we will do in the stream today. So if you sent something in, keep an eye out for these next beats as you might be in them. So we've got Drip by CR Made This. We have Pounds and Morrison type beat by Justice. Beat Justice, produced by Nico. We have World War III, produced by Astro, which might be very topical, unfortunately. We have Drill, just a song called Drill by Kaj Brondijik. I think I'm usually good with accents and names. Did English a lot at school, but I'm probably butchering that guy's name, unfortunately. And Drill Torrent X Black 808. I don't know if that is the producer name or the name of the beat, but anyway, I hope you recognize your beat. If you do, we're going to be going over each of them and giving you guys something to give us some reviews and ideas, right? So let's just get started. Hello to the people that are watching. We're going to start. If you guys want to add your input as well, if you guys want to say what you think could be better about the beat, what you think the faults are, the reviews, feel free to pipe in. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat and I'll read it out and we can help these guys together. But yeah, let's start with the first one here. This is Drip, produced by CR Made This one. Nice pad already. Nice chords as well, I like this.
CR made this one.
Okay, I like the tag too. Nice intro. This intro is already very atmospheric and kind of building up. I'd like to hear a bit more low end on the snare here. The snare's quite high end heavy. It'd be nice to have like maybe a crunch, but maybe that's just the intro. It's a very nice 808. Very, very nice atmosphere in that 808 is just bringing the whole thing together, making this really kind of apocalyptic kind of feel. I think, hold on, I think I've done something pretty bad here. I've left the limiter on, so we're gonna turn it off and re-listen. I was wondering why it was sounding really loud. It's because of the limiter. That's my fault, guys. Oh, yeah, that makes the 808 sound so much nicer. This is fire. I like this. I can kind of hear Drake on this as well. This is more like a new kind of style as well. I love this pad and the vocals here. Nice starter there. Nice slide as well. I like how we switched up the 808 from the first one. So I said this in my last video. This guy's basically done 2 different patterns, so or maybe 4. No sliding notes here, and then the drop happens and he puts in sliding notes. This is so good to break up the monotony and add, yeah, different styles to it. That low end is hitting hard as well. Nice stutter, very subtle as well. I like this one a lot. That atmosphere and this low end is killing it. Yeah, definitely maybe some low end added on the snare there, just to kind of add more punch to the snare, I would say. I think you might have cut out a lot of the low end on this, but again, it's still sounding good, but yeah, a little bit more low end on the snare there. So what I like most about this one as well is it's keeping it very simple. So it has the pad, it has the drums, it has this wee vocal sample that it just keeps it very minimal but hard. Like you don't need to overcomplicate it. And I think this is a good example of just keeping it simple and making it sound good. I love this, I think it's a high pass here, so he's put a high pass filter. I don't know if he's done the same here. No, definitely. There's a high pass here, I think maybe a gross beat. I love that sound. I would even maybe had it here as well. Nice. Maybe a crash there might have been cool, just to bring in kind of more of an impact and add to the atmosphere as well. A nice crash after that, but I love the subtlety of this. Okay, we'll go through a bit more. Can I say props on the way you've mixed the kick and the 808 here as well? They complement each other so nicely. And then just a nice fade out here. Very nice first beat. I love the atmosphere. I love the vocals. I love the vocals that were there. I love the switch ups. I love the filter on the down part here, as well as the first. I maybe would have liked to hear at the start as well. But yeah, that was awesome. Again, I think maybe the snare needs more punch with like a lower end or maybe a different snare. I know you were. I can tell you were going for a lot of low end with the bass and the kick, and you maybe wanted to EQ out some snare low end as well, just so it didn't clash. But I think even just a little bit of low end in the snare would have helped that along. The pad was really nice, really kind of sad but optimistic. It was good. I liked it. I liked this one a lot. Maybe like a short piano. So it was mostly the pad being played through and the vocal effect, but maybe a short piano accent on maybe the later parts of this beat. So you maybe had like a small piano accent here with a lot of reverb on it. Might have added to the beat a bit more. But yeah, very solid beat. I like that one, and it's a fantastic one to start on. Good job, CR made this. That was drip. Nicely mixed as well. I like the mixing on it. So yeah, nice job with that one. We're going to go on to the next one here, which is Pounds, Morrison type beat, just this 140 BPM, and this one is produced by Nico. We'll see GS. I'll have to see how this video goes. But we'll just continue this for now, and if we've got time at the end, sure. Pounds Morrison type beat, just this 140 BPM, produced by Nico. Let's listen.
Nico.
I think the piano is slightly detuned, which is kind of cool.
On the streets, justice is not settled by the courts.
Okay, so already there's maybe some mixing issues with the volumes. The piano may be a bit high in the mix and too much frequencies going on with it. The piano probably would benefit from being a little bit tighter in the mix, but that's, yeah. The snare very quiet also. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is just the mixing properties. Everything is kind of pushed together. Maybe I would pan some of the sounds, bring in less reverb on the piano and maybe bring it down, and then push the drums a bit higher apart from the hat. Love slides already. I like the dark vibes of this. It's kind of, yeah, it's very dark and I don't know the word I'm looking for there. Ominous, that's the one. Very dark and ominous. Again, the mixing, just work on that a bit. I like the slides as well. But like I said this in my last few videos as well, it's better to be very minimal with the slides instead of having them playing through the whole track, as it can be slightly repetitive if you have the slide notes playing through you know, most of the track. But and you'll notice it's very hard to hear the snare in this. So if you listen for the kick and the snare, they're kind of hard to hear in the mix. And I think that's basically because the piano is slightly overpowering everything else in the mix. I hear kind of like a background noise here. It's kind of like a do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, which is very cool. I like that. If you listen closely, I don't know if it's like a pad, but I like the sound of that. I think it's nice. You hear it there. So yeah, I think one of the problems is there is too much frequencies in one place. There's too much low end and mid end mixed in with about 5 other different elements that are all low mid end, which is where you're finding a lot of this kind of overlapping sounds and how it's kind of being swamped a bit by the melody. And also no like down parts. So in the first one we'll see we've got 2 parts that kind of wind down where there's no drums or anything, which is just to kind of give the listener a bit of a break from the beat. Maybe a chorus or a hook or something can go there, but there I would add that in, add like a structure a bit better. If you guys send in, sorry to take away from this, but if Keeps and Jess, if you send beats in by the end of this before it's done, and I can get them, I'll do a few more at the end. So yeah, the mixing on this is, yeah, you're struggling with that, I can tell. But yeah, bring the kick of the 808 up in the mix and the melody down. The melody can be very subtle, and sequence it. Make sure there are pauses where it kind of brings the beat back in, and the piano isn't overbearing to the whole beat. Also, if you know how to EQ, EQ out things that are too much in the same frequency. Do it very subtly, and don't overdo anything. And also, I think a few things are out of scale here, so make sure everything comes into scale. So if we are producing in, let's say, the C scale, we want our melodies and our 808s especially to be tuned to C, so it's all in the same ballpark. Okay, so that was pretty cool. Again, I liked the ominous feel to it. I like that pad in the background. I'm not sure what it was, but it did sound good. Again, you've got the right idea. Maybe try and watch a few of my videos where you see a bit more of the drill jump with the hats as well. The hats were sounding a bit too trappy, but other than that, yeah, hopefully that feedback helps you along your way, and you can improve along with everyone else as we're doing it. So next one, well, first of all, thank you very much, Nico, for sending that in, and like I said before, I hope it helps. But we're doing the next one now, which is World War II, produced by Astro. We can see by the waveform this one's already it's sequenced, at least. We can see that by the kicks and everything. So we'll listen to this one. Again, let me know, hey, what's up, W? How you doing today? We're on our 3rd one, so if you guys, like I said, the new viewers and stuff that people are coming in, if you guys want to critique this with me, if you have any ideas for the beats we're reviewing, leave it in the comments, leave it in the chat. I'll read it out, and we can help, you know, these guys improve even more and give some critique for them. So yeah, don't be shy, just let me know how you're feeling about these beats as well, and we'll go off that. So we're on the 3rd one now, World War III, produced by Astro. I'm assuming that's World War III. Maybe it's like White Women 3 or Wonderwall 3 or Walking, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to think anyway, let's go. Okay, I like this melody so far. Needs to be turned up a bit, but maybe it's getting into it. This melody is sick already.
Yo, Astro make it hit.
Okay. 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 Okay, so that's where I would expect the drop about there, but it's still very cool so far. I hear that drill shot in there, very nice. This is definitely one that's getting me bobbing my head. Oh. That is very cool. So we hear there like a vocal sample as well as the kick, and another drill shot, which just kind of, yeah, this has such a nice groove to it, I think. I think there is a wee bit of distortion on the kick here. It's just pushing, obviously with the limiter. I went over this in the last video. If you push a kick as high as you can and limit it, there can be some distortion, which can take away from the beat. But again, that's the hardest part of making a beat as well, is mixing it and making sure that everything sits right. Like, that's the difficult part. So it's alright if you're not getting it right every time, because it took me years to be able to figure it out, and I'm still learning. I love this melody as well. I'm very kind of like walking through a graveyard or something. Oh, such a nice drop as well. Like, you hear the kind of bouncy 808, and then when the kick hits, just like dum, boom. It's nice, I like it. This the 808 as well is fitting very nicely with the melody. The 808's not like completely on its own doing its own thing. It's kind of jumping along nicely with the melody, which I like. Maybe turn the snare up a bit, add a bit more crack to it. First time in my life I've ever said add a bit more crack to it. What in the world am I saying? Love that, man, love that. I'd bring the vocal up slightly as well. It's a nice kind of snare riser. I'm going to put the send it in here. We'll do maybe like a couple just at the end. I don't want to, you know, do like 10 or something. Just like maybe 3 or 4 is enough. So send it to that email, and we'll check at the end of the video and review them if we have time. This might benefit from like a stutter effect or something in gross beat, and maybe a phase shifter or something at the end. Might break up the loop a bit, or well, it's not really a loop, I'm sure he made it himself, but just it'll break up the kind of sameness of the pattern. Nice, man. I like that one a lot. Again, so to quick recap, what was I going to say? The 808 mixed nicely with melody. The kick, again, we see it being limited here. Don't be afraid to just bring it down in the mix a bit, so it doesn't distort when you limit it. That's something to be very careful. But the melody was a real high point for me, especially how you brought it in at the start here. I like that a lot. I think that was very sick. Let me see, but there wasn't too much to go over. We see here as well the 808 and the kick kind of punch in frequencies as well. So when the 808 and the kick are kind of battling for a place in the mix, you can hear this kind of like, it's kind of like that now. It's like a it's like air almost. You can kind of hear it. Like it's like a rumble kind of noise, and to fix that, basically you bring the attack of the 808 up so it's not playing like a kick, and you kind of reduce the length of the kick itself. The hi-hats as well are kind of trappy. They do have drill influence, but I would kind of have like a more. But I guess that's kind of what you've done, so what am I saying? Okay, that should pretty much be it for that. But yeah, watch when you're limiting kicks, because it can punch and distort like that. But I like the melody, I like the 808 going along with it, and yeah, overall solid beat. Obviously a few mixing errors, but nothing too wild. And yeah, that was very cool. So that was produced by Astro, by the way. WW3, White Women 3, the musical. Anyway, let's go on to drill. So this guy just sent a beat in. All it said was drill. But his name is Kaj Brondik, maybe Brondik. I can't say that. I'm gonna quickly grab these beats from my email for you guys while we listen to this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do 5 different things at once. I'm gonna listen to this guy. So JS Beats, we just got your beat now. I'm gonna download this once it lets me. Here we go. And who else was it? It was just send a beat to your email, OT Beats. We'll have a quick look for you there. Oh yeah, there you are. OT808 Beats. Download this one, and we'll add these in very quickly for you guys. Anyone else want to send in beats, do it now. Rxllout@gmail.com with an X, and we'll go over them now. So this is Put It In A Spliff. Who made Put It In A Spliff is, I think, OT, or no, but it's before. Okay, so before and Put It In A Spliff. Before was JS, I think. No, before was OT. Okay. I'll check. Anything else? No. OT, who was that as well? JP Productions. Okay, I think that's the last one. Rust type beat. Okay, so I'll take 2 more, so we'll do 10 in total, and then that should be it. Just simple also. Okay, I think we got yours, JP. Let's live. Yeah. Okay, let's go on the 3rd one. Okay, already a very nice pattern here. Nice melody. Nice. Nicely mixed. Oh. Oh. Nice. The okay, so the first thing I'll notice is the snare is a bit slightly too loud. I bring it down slightly. Again, very, very minimal. The 808 has a lot of sub in it, I hear, which can take away from some of the mids. But again, Yeah, the mids might take away from the melodies. Yeah, I can't really hear the sub through my headphones, but I'm sure it's pumping. That perk, that little triangle there, adds so much. These tiniest things, these tiny little things like a triangle, just a little triangle hit. Oh, they add so much. It's crazy. Oh, I love that, man. That wee glitch is so sick as well. You guys have really upped on the what is it, the the effects game. Like all these beats have such sick effects in them. Yeah, but maybe a bit more high end from the 808 would help bring the lower mid range out a bit more here. I love that melody. That melody sounds so nice. It's so like, it's like you're looking off in a distance and like something really bad's about to happen, but it sounds so cool. I'm vibing this one, man. This is sick. Nice switch ups on the kick as well. It kind of goes boom. I know that's kind of weird to say, but that is, I love these switch ups. They're nice. Kind of wishing I would hear like a crash or something, just like a nice kind of that kind of fades off as well. That might add a bit more emphasis, but kind of like a Travis Scott melody almost. I love that, man. That is really nice. But yeah, like I said, there's too much, there isn't enough, I feel, 808 mid frequency. Maybe a very slight distortion might help this on the 808. Snare again, just bring it down very slightly. The snare just needs a little bit ducked, just so it kind of gels with the beat a bit more. This hi-hat pattern is really getting me bobbing my head, man. It's sick. I like the subtlety of these slides as well. The slides aren't, you know, overbearing. They're not going woo 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 like all over the place. They're just nice and subtle and fit the melody well. All right, OT. Was yours B4? If yours was B4, we'll just take that out. If it's not drill, unfortunately we can't have it because the video is drill. So, unfortunately, we'll take it out for you since I guess you made a mistake. So, well, I kind of made a mistake. I just had send and beat, so it's a lot my fault more than it is yours. So. This is I'm really liking this beat. Again, these subtle melodies and vibes go very well with UK drill. Very nice counter melody going on there too. Very nice, Kaj. That was sick. But like I said, the only thing I really see here is I like the counter melody. I'd maybe like to hear a bit more snare, bring it down slightly, maybe get rid of some high frequencies on the snare, but very, very, very subtly. Let's listen to the kick again. Yeah, the kick was nice and thumpy. The 808 as well, just bring out some of that mid frequency. That might help you a lot as well. Just to kind of, it'll bring the 808 out a bit more, maybe bring the velocity up on the sliding notes. But overall, very good beat, very solid. Just a nice atmospheric beat. It was nice. I enjoyed listening to that one. Let me check the chat quickly. Yo, what's up? Produced by Lewis. How you doing? Thank you for coming in and joining the stream. Adam Wong sent. Okay, this I think it's called Adidas. Adam Wong, Adidas, produced by Wong. Okay. For some reason, this file. What file is this? This is a. What kind of file is this? Right. So the file just says file. Like I've downloaded your track, Adidas 123 BPM, and it's just showing the file as file. It's not a WAV or it's not an MP3, so I can't go over it for you, unfortunately. Unless you send a WAV MP3 by the end of this stream, I'll do that. But like I said, it's not showing up as a music file. Next one, drill. Was this? No, we've not done this. Okay, so this is Drill Torrent X Black 808. I'm not sure if that is the name or the artist, but I guess I'll refer to you as Torrent because that's the only name I can recognize. Or Black 8. Oh, let's Black 808. Okay. And we will start now. So let's listen and see what we've got. Okay. More dark vibes. Okay, so it's Torrent. His name is Torrent. Okay. Oh, those hi-hats already are so clean. See how the hi-hats are just like really quick, really sharp, really nice. I like that a lot. That's already a good sign. Snare sitting well in the mix. Nice rim shot there. That's nice. Oh, that 808. That is a mean 808. Maybe slightly too mean as well. I would bring it down very slightly. It's kind of distorting a wee bit at the top, but already this is a very fire beat. I'm liking it. Those hi-hats are just cutting through the mix really nicely as well. Let me just turn this down slightly and see if that fixes the 808 problem. Yeah, it does. So you see, if we just bring the mix down slightly, I don't want to, I'll reset it, I just want to show you guys. If we bring this mix down slightly, the 808 won't make that distorting noise anymore. So yeah, the mix maybe should have been brought down maybe a couple decibels or something, but I cannot stress how much I like the hat and the snare just punching and cutting through this beat over the melody as well. It's very refreshing to hear that. Oh, I don't know what that was there, but that sounded really nice. That kind of, oh, I don't know what that is. It's like a reverse snare roll or something. Very nice effect there. And that classic drill vocal there, very sick. I don't even have that one. It's like a Pokemon card game, like collecting all these drill sounds. Yeah, I don't even love that one, but I like it. That, I don't know what that crash is. Here, I don't know what it is. It must be, it's like a clap or a crash or something. It goes, very nice. And it like has this delay on it, so it goes very sick. Very cool slide there as well. Again, just be careful with these slides to not make them sound not too cartoony. I know a lot of people think like Ghosty is a very good producer, but sometimes his 808s can sound a bit cartoony, and it just kind of takes away from the vibe of the beat. But yeah, like I said, be sparing with these slides and just kind of know where to put them in and when they take away from the beat and when they add to the beat. Okay, we've got the down section here. That atmospheric sound is so cool. It's like being at the bottom of a sewer and just hearing like bottles clanging and stuff. It's very sick. Nice room shot. I like this. Whoa, that is tough. Right, I think we have enough. I'll finish this first, actually. Oh, that was sick. Yes. More of that intro, please. More of this dun 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 dun, like more of that. Like that is awesome. That just makes you want to jump up and like go crazy there. Yeah. Nice. Sick, man. Nice. I dig that one, Tor, and that was sick. I love the switch up here. That that was awesome. The vocals fitting well, it wasn't overbearing. The mix was good. I'd bring it down slightly in volume overall. Try and mix it -1 decibels. So if you've got your limiter, just quickly show you guys. If you've got your limiter, make sure this is set to like -1. You can see at the top here, and mix below that. Try not to push it too much. That is the thing with a lot of producers. The mistake they make is they push all of the low end and the kick and the 808 way too high in the mix, so that when they limit it, it distorts and it sounds terrible. Because it basically caused the sound themselves, the original sounds, are distorting to try and push the volume up. So be very careful of that. But yep, that was a very sick beat, Torn, and bring the volume down. Maybe add a counter melody somewhere, very subtly. But yes, very sick beat. Thank you for sending that in. I appreciate it very much. Next one we have Put It in a Spliff. Let's see who sent this one in. Just gonna drag a few of these. Right, no more. Can't do any more beats. I think we've got enough. We've got like 10 or something here. Put It in a Spliff was JS Beats. So JS Beats, this is your track up. Let me just drag Adam Wong in. Okay, so he's sent an MP3 this time. Drag that in. Very long beat. No tag. Okay, we've got one from JG34 here as well. Put that in the bottom. Right, so how many have we got now? This is quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, I think 10's enough, guys. So if you got any more beats, unfortunately we cannot do them. Download this one as well in case one of them is isn't a drill beat. I did specify drill beats, so if any of these aren't drill beats, then we will not be reviewing them. So yeah, no more. Don't send any more in. That's it. Yeah, I do not have Instagram. I have Twitter. My Twitter is I'll put it in the chat here. I only have Twitter and YouTube. I don't use anything else. Can you make these beats on stock plugins? You can. Obviously it's better with better plugins, but you can, like FL Keys for example works well, and just get like a free kit or something. Don't worry about it. Again, if you're wanting a good starting kit as well, I put this in a few of my comments. Vibe appreciation kit, 5, 6 and 7, 5, 6 and 7 are all very good kits, and they're all free. This will get you started. They're more UK vibe, I mean US vibes, but doesn't matter. Just yeah, grab them if you're new. You can use stock plugins like FL Keys, and even just getting Nexus for cheap these days. I think it's quite low price, I'm not sure, but anyway, the next one we have is Put It in a Spliff by, I don't want to forget your name here, mate. I don't. So Put It in a Spliff, where are we at? Put It in a Spliff, JS Beats, Put It in a Spliff, next beat, let's go. Okay, that 808 is coming right through the mix. Liking this. Okay, so your 808 is kind of doing the same thing. It's again competing for space in the mix by either being too loud or having too much low frequency in the same frequency as the melody. The snare's cracking as well. The snare's nice. I mean, this is a very hard, punchy beat, but like I said with the other ones, the limiter is pushing it too hard, so we're missing out on a lot of the original frequencies of the kick and the 808 because the limiter is pushing it up too much. It's hard though. I like these vocals as well. These vocals are fitting very well with the melody and everything. Nice reverse sound there. I think it was, I'm not sure. I think it's like a perk that's been reversed. Sounds good. That riser's sick as well there. This kick is stomping. But yeah, we can even see it in the waveform here. So the kick, you can see it's just been pushed up really high, which is something you want to avoid, like I said, just because it messes up the clarity of the kick itself, and it can be, yeah, it distorts it. Nice patterns here with the hats as well as the parts kind of complement each other. Okay, it sounds like maybe a 50% gross beat. or maybe 100% on the melody. Okay, that, what was it, tape stop there is a very nice effect. I don't see that much anymore from producers, but the tape stop is so underrated. That's that kind of. Okay, so mainly, like, the main thing about this is the mix as well. It's just very pushed up, and when you're making beats for artists as well and you want them to sell, this might sound cool, you having like very hard hitting stuff, but if you were to sell this to an artist, for example, he might be thinking there's way too much for me to even spit a vocal on this. There's too much frequencies, too much, you know, noise taking up the sonic field for him to kind of you know, just hop on. That the kick, I mean the bell is adding a nice respite as well, just like kind of in the distance, very nice. The 808 may be in the wrong tune as well, the wrong scale. Might show you guys later how to tune the 808, but. I dig it, JS. Again, the concept was really sick. I like these reverse chords as well. Don't know if you learned that from my video on the Gunlean video, but the chords are very sick. The hats and the perks complement each other very well. But the thing is that it seems to be a common thing. The kick and the 808, a lot of people are just pushing them too high in the mix, and it's taking away the punch of kicks. So when you grab a kick, for example, I'll just grab one now. A kick has like a certain point, like this one, for example. This has a certain point where it's going to sound good. Like, so if we play it, it's going to sound here. We can hear it. It sounds punchy. It sounds good. Now, if we take that to here, and then we do something like turn it up like loud as we can with a limiter, for example. So let's put this limiter on, turn it up, we hear it start to distort already. And if we bring this down, hold on, I'm doing wrong one. If we boost this kick up as hard as we can, like to about here, we can hear that sound already. I mean, that's an extreme example, but that's what it does at higher volumes and higher peaks, is it loses all of its clarity. So we hear it sounds nice and punchy there, but when we bring it up, there's so much that just gets lost in it, and that's kind of a problem that can come up with a lot of young producers. They think a hard kick's a good beat, because when I hear good beats, it's the kicks are sounding hard, but it's a difference in the mix than the beat itself. So yeah, be subtle with it, and try and make sure the 808 and the kick aren't clashing in frequencies. But yep, thank you for sending that in, very sick. We'll move on to the next one now. Rxllout Beat Bouncy UK Drill Instrumental by J Productions. Where do I send this beat? Okay, for now we're not doing any more beats on the stream. We've got about 10. We've got through about 7. yeah, I've got through about 7. Well, this is the 7th. I'm going to quickly take a pee break because I really need to pee. So yeah, let me know in the chat. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. But let me know in the chat quickly what you guys thought of these beats so far. What was your favorite one? What you kind of hear in your head, like what you could improve on, what these guys can improve on, I mean. And yeah, I'll be back 2 minutes. Okay, I am back. Quickest pee of my life. See what you guys are saying. Yep, send the beat, can't anymore. Keyzone is good free piano plugin. I've never used Keyzone. Yeah, let's keep going with this. So, Rust type beat bouncy, UK draw instrumental by J Productions. Let's get started and go through it now. Very cool effect there, like it's like a ducking effect almost. Okay, this is different. I like it. Oh, that frequency play is sick there. Okay, okay. Oh, the delay on these hi-hats is crazy. That bounce you're adding with that hi-hats is very nice. Okay. Okay, I see you. Oh! Okay. I was not ready for that drop. Let's rewind that one. That one was wild. Ooh. Oh man, that 808 and kick is insane. That 808 is like rising up like from the depths of hell, man. That is crazy. Whoa. Again, very slight distortion on the kick as well, because it's the same thing, just limited and pushed up. But yeah, that's very minor. Hard. That 808 is like blistering. And another thing as well that I really like here is that delay. It's kind of like dun, dun, like it's not just on beat. It's like a very off beat, and then it kind of snaps quickly to the snare, which is very nice. There, that's exactly there. So, boom, very cool. Again, the volume could be brought down slightly, just a couple decibels or something. We don't we do not need it to be pushing that much, so that the waveform's just like it can't go any higher. And you'll hear very slightly that the piano and the 808 frequencies, I think, are kind of clashing just a bit. Maybe take out some of the mid low end for the piano might help with that. But that, yeah. Okay, more frequencies, just bringing that down. And an overall theme as well I would like to add is, if you are making beats, I prefer to keep the time of them below 2 minutes, just because that's basically how a lot of these beats are going nowadays. A lot of them are under 2 minutes, or like 2 minutes 30. Like, here's a good time, and structure it. So we'll want like the intro, the chorus, beat, and then maybe a pause for a chorus, and then beat playing again, then a pause for the chorus, and just kind of repeat that. So dropping and taking out the beat in certain sections is going to add a lot of emphasis and make listeners more interested listening. So again, I'm going to just do this test quickly as well. I'm going to turn it down slightly here, see if it fixes the distortion. So see how I've turned it down just very slightly here. We can hear that there's no distortion really playing. It's a lot more smoother. Wait a second, is that my fault? Maybe, no, it's not, the limiter's off. I thought the limiter was on. So you'll see if we just bring that down a few decibels here, the mix is a lot more cleaner, and there isn't much that distortion going on because it's trying to compensate for the volume. But yeah, I'll reset it back to normal so we can listen to it originally instead of me tweaking it. But yeah, the mixing is good with the snare, the hat, and yeah, everything besides the kind of 808 and the kick kind of hitting a bit too much. But yeah. This is very, very hard. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a sick beat. And it's very, yeah, I'm digging it so far. Very subtle slides there as well. I like that. You're not just sliding the 808 everywhere. Like, it was kind of in its place. It knows where to be, and it adds to a beat instead of taking away from it. Takes away from it. Maybe a crash would work well here, just like a somewhere, but again, personal preference. Yeah, so if we listen here, that's where the main distortion is taking place with the melody and the 808. Like I said, just try and frequency out some of them with an EQ, like frequency out some of the frequencies in the melody, so the 808 isn't playing on top of it and competing for the same space. But that overall theme, the melody with that thumping 808 and kick, again, if we turn it down here, we'll be able to hear, I think, just a very nice solid beat there. Once it's mixed a bit better, it'll definitely be an absolute banger. Well, I mean the low end mainly, but it can be kind of hard for people to hear the frequencies in the mid and low end. Like distorting and kind of fighting for each other if they're listening through kind of speakers as well as like maybe some cheaper headphones. But again, it's all personal preference. Very good, man. You're doing well and you're on your way to, yeah, whatever you want from this is sick. But yeah, a few decibels lower and EQ out some of the melody. And yeah, you heard me. The next one we have here is Adidas, but 123 BPM isn't really a drill BPM, but it might surprise me here. Let's quickly get back here. I just struggle with making beats non-repetitive. Yeah, I mean, we all do, man. It's it can be like that, but again, repetition is good. The best way I've found it is to have a repetitive thing, like a repetitive melody or something, and take it out. You can duplicate it, maybe put it up an octave, add a gross beat on one pattern of it, add a counter melody to that repetitive melody, and gross beat helps a lot with repetitive melodies. But when you're gross beating things, remember to put the octave of what you're gross beating up an octave, so make it higher pitched, because the gross beat, when you half speed it, will bring it down in pitch. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Hardest thing about making drill beats for me is using different sounds. I just use the same snare and 808 every time. Me too. I do this constantly. I have this this like drill pack. Well, it's not really a pack. It's just like a collection of stuff here. I use like this snare and this one all the time. But again, it's the same with melodies and stuff as well. It's not just drill sounds like this. It's the same with melodies. People struggle with making different melodies and new melodies. And what I would say to it there is just have fun. Have as much fun as you can with the process. See what sounds good. Try different sounds. But have fun with the process. That is the best advice I can give you. Don't go in being like, oh, I have to make this beat today, I have to make this beat because this sells, and I have to do this, I have to do that. You don't have to do anything. You can go in, make what you want, what you like the sound of, be true to yourself, and make it unique. A lot of people, I think, struggle with that because they want their beats to sound like someone else's instead of themselves. If you're making beats that you like, that are true to you, you're not going to worry about the repetition, because I mean, you can probably think of a million different ideas for a beat. And yeah, some people only have one style, so yeah. Thanks man, no worries JP, thank you for sending it in as always. I think you should take most time on 808 drill beats is the 808. Yeah, the 808 is definitely very important, but you don't need to overdo it. That's the thing, you don't need to have sliding notes everywhere. You just need to keep it, make everything add to the beat instead of taking away. Like if you've got a 808 pattern that's just going woo 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 like all over, and it's not really keeping the tempo and the beat concise, that's where there will be problems, because people are going to be like, this guy's doing way too much with 808 and he's trying to show off. You're making beats, you're making music and you're making beats for artists to rap on, not to show how big your producer dick is. You're making these beats for artists basically, and you have to produce with the artist in mind and think what they want, and make it for them. At least if you're wanting sales. If you're wanting to show off, then you can make whatever you want. But if you're wanting sales and artists to hop on your beats, keep it simple, keep it sick, keep it good for the artist is the best way I can describe it. You don't have to listen to all mine. Yeah, we'll have a quick overview of it, Adam. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but we'll have a quick overview of it and give you some feedback. So let's get on with that now. Already this melody, it sounds familiar. Sounds like that Nav and Travis Scott song. I just bought it 8 in the leader in the arena. Can't remember. Maybe that's a flip of that sample. If it is, that's still sick. I like this. It's like being on like a spaceship or UFO. Okay, this is sick. I like it. Again, I drill vibe as well at 123 BPM. It's not something you see very often, but it seems to work. This is cold. This is cold. Whoa, what is that noise there? It's like a vocal pad or something. That is a really sick effect there. Again, Adam, same thing I've been telling everyone. You don't need to push it as high as this. Like I said, -1 BPM. So if you got the limiter here, if you put the ceiling to like -1 BPM, it gives the artist a lot of room to work with, and it might reduce the volume of your beat, but it'll make everything more clearer. Oh. That mix is still sick though. That mix is that 808 is like. Ooh, I'm liking this one, man. That like sheath sounds like a sword sheathing or something there, just at the end of the bar here. I like that. Is that ye old Spins 808? I think that's the Spins 808. And again, slight distortion between the melody and the 808, but that's such a hard thing to get right, honestly. And it's very little distortion as well, as opposed to a lot of beats. They just have too much low mid frequencies, and then they clash the 808 in there, and it makes this like phasing noise. It's not doing it too much here, but there's slight hints of it here. Oh man, that is so hard. And the way you've mixed the kick and the 808 here, I think, is sick. So each thing punches, but it's not taken away from the other one. It's kind of like boom. So the kick's kind of playing, and the 808's picking up after it, which I think is I think it's been mixed well there, the 808 and the kick. I don't know if you've sidechained it or what it is, but it's a good effect there. Nice roll there as well. Again, this like reverse effect, it's like a hit and a reverse effect, and it's really adding to the upkeep of this beat. So sometimes you'll hear a few bars and like, okay, that's the beat, like, get on with it. But when you hear things like and like this kind of big crash, it's like just adds so much atmosphere and makes you want to keep listening. That snare is hitting hard as well, it's nice. Yeah, so I think you've maybe taken off the gross beat of it there, and then or put it up an octave, but that's it's so sick. It's like a lift off sound almost. Let's go back there. Very hard, man. We'll listen to like this section here, and then we'll go on to the next one. My throat's getting a bit sore. I dig it, man. Very nice stuff here. That was Adidas 123 BPM by Wongy, Adam Wong I think his name is, but Wongy is the producer name. Again, yeah, sick stuff. A bit like I said, some parts get distorted, some parts were clashing with the melody, but again, that's such a difficult thing to kind of work around, and it's not going to be easy for you to kind kind of get used to that and get used to like hearing that kind of distortion and getting rid of it. It is a very difficult part about beat producing, but once a lot of you guys learn how to do that, and you learn the frequencies and where certain things should be and kind of spreading those frequencies out, your beats are going to be a lot more clearer and there won't be any distortion in them. But that was overall a very sick beat. Like the reverse atmosphere impact and everything, the way the kind of the hi-hat was like a marching band or something, and it added to the drop so much. It was like marching up and then and then boom, was like atomic bomb hit. And the first time I heard that 808 and that kick, was just like, damn, that is hitting hard, man. That is hitting hard. So very, very good beat. Again, a few frequency issues, but I'm sure that's nothing you can't work out, and hopefully that helped. Next thing we're going to do is go on to JXG34 beat. If that is your beat, just let me know in the chat. Let me have a quick read of your what you're saying in the chat here. You need to make the 808 slide. Yeah. Keep the first pattern. You do 2 808 patterns. Keep the first pattern kind of minimal. I mean, it's not all set in stone. You can have completely different ones, but don't have the same repeating like 808 slides over like 8 bars or something, because people are just going to get annoyed with that. Do you need to pay to get your beat reviewed? No. I'm not. This is I was only meant to be doing 5, and I've done 5 more from the chat. Again, if you want your beat reviewed, send them into Rollout. I'll put the thing in again. So this won't be done on this stream, but it'll be done maybe on a next one or for a future video. I'll see, but I will review more of these beats because I'm having fun and you guys are learning and I'm learning as well while doing it. So yeah, it should be more informed in the future, basically. We have JXG34. Again, if that is your beat, say it in the chat, please. Hold on, my PC's doing something weird. Please don't crash. Oh, okay, we are still live, I think. I think so. Okay. Yep, we're live. All good, guys. Sorry about that. The PC just died again. It struggles sometimes with the CPU, with the streaming, running FL, and all of these wave files in here. But we have 2 more beats left. Let's see, who was the last one? Jurryt, which is I think this is your beat, G34. And we'll quickly go over that now for you. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna double check something. What was the beat? Yeah, Jur. Yeah, okay. So that is your beat. Just double check. That was your name there. So Jur with the hits. I think with the hits. With the shits. Jur with the shits. Sorry. Okay. So Jur will review this beat for you quickly. I've got 2 left, so coming to the end here. Let's go. Okay. I like this hi-hat part in here. Nice atmospheric piano as well. The snare's nice as well. I like it. Nice with glitch sounds. Okay. Nice low end here. Nice smooth, nice low end. I'd say. I like how the hats mixed and the snare, they're kind of complementing each other here. It's good. Nice slides there. I think the melody may be slightly out of tune on some notes. That's just kind of what my intuition's saying here. And yeah, like I said with I said before, just make sure the sliding notes, you can have it kind of subtle and complementing the beat instead of, you know, playing 1 2 3 4 more often than not. And I would say be a bit more subtle on the glitching and the gross beat here. Just kind of have it every now and then. Just yeah, playing in certain sections and not the others. Again, just think where to add things to be most effective. So have things playing in the most effective areas. The 808 and low end is hitting hard. I would just like it to be a bit more subtle with the drops there. The drill BPM and the drill kind of groove here is working very well. I like that hi-hat. I like how it's kind of, it keeps your head bobbing the whole way through. Like, see, just there, that would be good, kind of if it wasn't played so much before. Like if there was no glitches in this first section, if this was just like effect free, then you add it in here to kind of add like a switch up, it would kind of surprise the listener. But because there's so much of it prior to it, it's not much of a surprise, and it doesn't kind of catch the listener off guard. It's like, yeah, because it's so prevalent before, you don't you're not too shocked by it in the second part, but it's still a very cool effect. I like that effect there. I like how it's like, that's like, see how that caught me off guard there. That was quite cool and interesting because I didn't hear anything like that before. There's a lot of cool ideas here, I think. I have to admit, I like the 1 2 3 4 kick on each step. I like that effect there. I might use that in some of my beats, just like do do do, because I said it in the last one as well. It had like something like that in the last one. I was like, this is sick, I like it. So more of these, I think, is a very cool effect. So we'll end the beat there. I think if with structure as well, I think maybe you need to read up on kind of structure of beats. So you have the start playing, obviously you've got the intro here and then the drop, but you could do like maybe, you know, certain sections like 4 bars chorus, 4 bars drop, 8 bars chorus, 8 bars drop, and keep it kind of in sequence and in sections so the artist will know where to rap, when not to rap. So if you're just listening to that the whole way through, the artist might be thinking, well, I don't know where to start and I don't know where to end when I'm rapping. I don't know if I start, you know, here, I start here. But with a clear sequence, so a clear intro, a clear drop, a clear chorus and a clear verse, artists are going to know where to put their vocals, and you're going to get more sales when you're making beats. And with the mixing wasn't too bad. Have the snare maybe a bit higher and less effects. Keep the effects and the sliding on the 808 a lot more minimal. Keep it to a very minimum, just so the listener doesn't expect it, and it kind of, yeah, it brings up more of a surprise feeling. But thank you very much for sending it in. Very hard. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Now, have you got any more comments? Okay. Don't worry about listening to the whole beat, just want an opinion on the melody. If you say so, man, we can go over the whole beat if you like, we still got time. Heartbeat. Thank you for the critique, you're more than welcome, man. Just keep going, keep grinding. You'll get there, we'll all get there. Good, man, I'm glad to hear it. Any more you got any more questions or anything, just hit me up on Twitter. I'll be glad to help you. I mean, that's what I'm doing with these tutorials as well, trying to help you guys. So give me a shout on Twitter if you need more help or anything, no worries. I just made this crazy drill beat. I'm very happy you did, man. Maybe you'll be in the next video. Maybe able to review it in another video if we get there, or another stream. We still have a few beats that haven't been reviewed. I'll leave the email again at the end of this video or the end of the stream, so you guys can send your beats in and we will maybe do them in a future stream or video. We are on the last beat now, which is Caution by Lifeless, and he said he just wanted a review on the melody, so sure, we can do that. And Ciro Amuako, I remember your name because I reviewed your beat in one of my videos before. It's in one or two, but I did review your beat. It is on my channel now, one of them are. So yeah, check out for that. I definitely did review your beat because I remember that name. I remember struggling to say that name. Siphon, you just sent in a beat, that's very sick. Like I said, if it's not in this video, I'll probably try and do another stream for you guys so you can watch it there, and we'll have, you know, everyone will get their shot. I'm trying not to miss anyone out, but again, I'm trying to keep this video under 2 hours, or it's already been an hour and a half, so yeah. Let's wrap up with just a quick melody review here. Okay, so we've got a few more that I will go over in the next stream to review this guy's melody, and then we will say good night. Okay, very dark melody already.
Lifeless.
Okay, so the melody already, there's also a lot of low end here. So when you have melodies with a lot of low end, they're usually going to clash with the 808. Because of so much low end between the melody and the 808, it's going to kind of clash together, and they're going to fight for frequency range, which can cause distortion.
Lifeless.
Nice chords. So the chords definitely add the atmosphere and the feeling you're wanting from beats like these.
Lifeless.
And I was just about to say, I hope there's a counter melody at a higher octave here, because that's what I was wanting from this, and you've given that, so. Nice, I like it, it's very creepy. Again, we can review the whole beat if you want, we still got time, but you did say you only wanted the melody done, so we will listen to the melody once more, and any interjections I will give you.
Lifeless.
Maybe for this counter melody, if we added some delay on it, like the piano that kind of goes up, the kind of higher up end piano, if you add some delay on it, it'll kind of play out a bit more. So especially if you just have like very small notes being played, so you're just playing like 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have very kind of like yeah, notes like that, especially pianos, if you add a bit of delay, again, even just a very minimal bit of delay, it'll bring out a lot of the piano there. Okay, that's I guess that's all you wanted for us to review. So yeah, like I said, maybe bring the main chords up an octave, or maybe up to a higher note, and then rearrange the scale, because having melodies that low in the mix and frequency range, it can take away from the 808 because you've already got so much low end there. But that would be what I would tell you for that, and again add some delay onto the higher octaved melodies there. But that being said, guys, I think that's probably can we hear the beat? He said he didn't want the beat reviewed. I kind of want to hear it as well, but I'm not going to put him on the spot if he's not one done, so I won't put him in that position. But yeah, Lifeless, thank you very, very much for sending that in. Okay, he's accepted. Alright, we can hear the beat. Let's go. Let's listen once more. Listen like quarter way through it and then we'll end it, because my throat is killing me.
Lifeless. Lifeless.
Whoa. Okay. Remember how I said the low end is going to mix with the 808? It actually hasn't. It's not like distorted or anything, which is like magic. Whoa. This is hard, man. That snare roll there. Oh, that is so, man, that is so subtle, and like you barely notice it, but it, like, that subtlety is just so sick to me. Like it's just like you put it there without trying to take away from anything. It's just like a nice wee accent, which is, yeah, I love that stuff. See what I mean? Wow. Nice low end here. But yeah, I'm sure you've done this in the later beat, but that I'm craving like a higher melody. So if you get like into this area here, I'm hoping to hear the high melody. Oh, those snares, man. Oh, we gotta listen to that again. Oh, that is sick. What is that, like a delayed start or something? That is awesome. So yeah, here's where I'd like to hear that kind of higher note piano. Nice slide notes there as well. Again, subtly. Yeah, there it is. I hear it there. You've added it in later, which is what I was looking for. Again, maybe bring it up and add a little bit of delay in it, because I'm looking to hear that. But this mixes very subtly and nicely. I like it. We won't go on forever for this, but yeah, very, very sick beat to end on there. I can tell you must have spent a lot of time on that, and it shows. But critique, like I said, what did I say? I'm losing track here. Yeah, bring the second melody up slightly, maybe add a bit of delay. Again, I thought that low piano would make the bass and everything click through, but it's not. So very well done on that. Good mix there, for the most part. And yeah, thank you very much for sending in, man. And thank you very much to everyone else in the chat here as well. Everyone who sent in beats. It's been a pleasure reviewing them all. Thank you as well for the views on the videos, the subscribers, the love on the channel, every like, every share, everything you guys do to help me. I appreciate it greatly, and I'm very thankful for it. But that being said, guys, that should be the stream over again. sorry, Ruben, I can't do it in this one. We've already done 5 extra that we weren't meant to be doing. If you send it in, I will stockpile the beats that weren't reviewed, and I will do them in our next stream if possible. Which we'll maybe do in the next couple of days. I'm still kind of struggling with what kind of videos to put up. I'm gonna have a thinking about doing a Heady 1 tutorial, but he has like 10 different styles. I'm working on the channel and seeing what I can do. But for today, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one I do. Take care, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining, lads. See you.